True. I'm gonna... Oh, whoops. I'm gonna watch the videos on stream, Fireworks, with you on a call is my idea. Not phone, OBS was streaming at 500 bitrate, really? Yeah, they don't care about the recording, they're not even gonna watch it, Jojo. Yo, what's up, man? Oh, yo, what's up, man?
Hey, man. Okay.
Krisha, huh? Are you worried?
Oh, so many people judging. Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh, this is like when Nerdy rated me. Jesus Christ. Like, I think that was like 2-3K or something. Bruh. Oh. So like 2,000-3,000 people watching me choke at RSG.
Oh, did
What's
he get
that?
raided by scissors or something?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yep. It was the Dima versus Nice Toys today when they had the fight. So I raided Dima afterwards, giving him some pressure. Okay, I'll say just go towards 323 or something, like all the way to the end.
Yeah, I'm worried about accidentally showing the IP. Can you delete the message from the Discord?
Yes.
Because OBS randomly flashes the Discord sometimes. Because they're both based on the same exe or some shit.
Okay, I'll see. By the way, hi chat. Hello.
Co-stream.
Yeah, I wish. Actually, I kind of want to stream now, but no. Oh well. Lazy boy.
Is it deleted?
Yeah.
Yep. All right.
Sorry, I
Yeah,
didn't tell you. Yeah.
I think you put 220 to get speedrunning, 323 for a Bastion run. All right. 220.
Don't expect. Like honestly, I don't remember much of it, but it was honestly shit. The treasure room. Did I actually go for? Let me see if I did. I don't remember if I went for like shipwreck strats and shit. I think I did, but it's.
Do you have a PB?
Yeah, it's 36 minutes right now.
Is it really old or?
Yeah, it's pretty old.
Okay.
How
old is it?
Since I like a month maybe.
Okay. Yeah. So you don't really consider it like something that...
No, it's like the problem I'm having right now is honestly like the Nether. It's like I've had a lot of good runs, but I keep choking. Like the other day, I like had everything at 18 minutes or something, and I went for blind travel. But I threw a pearl and it hit a pigman. So rip. That didn't work. Wait, what am I doing? What are you doing? You should go to the ocean. Come on, dude. You know this. Like even now, this is like an old playstyle, right? Because I'm looking for villages or like, yeah.
Yeah. I used to well, I used to play a lot of Counter-Strike, and you do demo reviews on yourself, and you're like, man,
Oh,
like
it's so like
you play a
just
game,
cringe.
5 minutes after you load up the demo, and you're like, man, this person's so stupid. Oh Jesus, it's me. You know?
Hindsight is 2020. That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, why didn't you see that, dude? Or totally saw his gun peeking out of the corner.
Yeah. I don't see any reason to play this world. Is the main thing.
Yeah.
But you can dig down. Like if you had some reason to play this world, you do the little dig down thing. Have you seen it?
Yeah. Okay. No, I think I've seen. It's like the one where you you make the sides and then water falls down and then you put a plank. No, I would, and then you lit it on fire, right?
Yeah.
I think I saw you doing it, right?
Yeah.
If I'm not completely mistaken.
323.
Where take down where jump.
Dude, I make commands and they just don't show up.
Good job.
Oh, nice slice red. Is that what happened?
No, Michelangelo,
Oh,
but
okay.
he was in the chat.
Yeah, yeah.
Dogu.
Are you trying to do villageless?
I don't remember. Let me
Probably.
see. This is like, it's like I've done so many attempts lately that I honestly don't remember the individual runs anymore. So your guess is as good as mine.
Yeah.
But
2 stone pickaxes, pog chat.
yeah. Because I'm so used to not getting iron pickaxe. I just don't get it right because I don't have enough iron normally. But after using like shipwreck strats and shit, like you always get iron pickaxe. There's a reason. What?
Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
Yep.
Right, good run.
Yeah, good run. Let's go. I think it was the next run. That's the
Yeah, like early game build is pretty. Everyone does their own early game build their own way. I get the 17
Mhm.
plus 3 logs. Other people go for wood X and that kind of thing. But
Yeah, now I go for 17 logs and 5 like different kind of log. And then
five.
yeah,
What's the extra
because like
two
I
for?
normally I normally use up all the slabs either um for like parkouring or like building up, or like if I'm in Valley I can just I can use it as like not slow down, right? So
Yeah.
um
The reason I
but I'm
always
looking
did
at
3 plus 3 for slabs is because it folds nicely. Like, what is it?
mm,
3 turns into what, 12, and then 12 turns into like an exact amount. Because inventory space is pretty
y-
important, and hotkey space is pretty important.
yeah. Yeah, no, I
Um,
totally, especially with Bastion strats, inventory management is absolutely horrible. You just need to
yeah, Bastions, that's something that no one's really figured out yet. Is
mm,
how to exit quickly. Yeah, this is a lot of spear stone, but because with if you're trying to get a sub 30, you don't need a spear pickaxe, and you're probably gonna get an iron pickaxe anyway. It seems like your build
yeah,
is yeah.
as I mentioned, it's hindsight right now,
Yeah.
or like at least for me, because I don't need this, right? I don't need two pickaxes. I think
Also,
yeah, I ended up getting an iron pickaxe, right? So I don't need this.
yeah. And those pits I don't go down at all. Because they're
No,
too hard to get back up. There was a river
yeah,
there
no, I
though, wasn't there? I think you could have used the river to get back up, breaking a block at the
yeah, I could have
top.
made like a little like a ditch, and then yeah, because not now I need to make a bucket now. I remember this. Yeah, I made a bucket to be able to go up, because I needed a bucket anyways. Um, which is honestly really slow. This is really slow because it was either that or mining like cobble to pillar up, right?
Yeah. With villageless as well.
Mm,
You want to smelt at the surface because you want to get a single iron and a single gravel, or a single flint, I mean, and you want to get food while smelting.
yeah, okay.
So there's gravel there, which is
Okay, yeah,
good.
that makes sense actually.
Yeah, villageless is really difficult. You need to like route
Yeah,
it
it is.
perfectly.
Especially for
Um,
like just generally sub 5. I
yeah.
feel like just
It also depends on what approach you're going for. It looks like you're going for a classic, I call it smorgasbord,
okay.
villageless, where you get shears and
No, I
a shield.
it's not a village though. There was an abandoned village
Oh
that I
yeah,
went
you
into.
still call that villageless because your main iron
Oh, you
source
did?
is iron ore.
Fair enough, fair enough.
Um, but
Yeah,
yeah,
I
because
normally
there's a lot of builds that you can do for villageless. So one of them is you just try and get into the nether ASAP, and you don't. You're just trying to get a fortress and trades and get out. Where
mhm.
you just get 4 iron, so you get a bucket and a flint and steel, and you gap. You can get sub 3 entries with it. Um,
Oh, wow.
but I prefer the 7 because obviously I'm trying to get bastions, so you get an extra
Yeah,
3, so
definitely.
4 plus 3. But then there's if you're trying to do both, like if you're in a tournament setting or something, you want to go for 10. which is what you did here. Reason you go for 10 is because you want to get shares because you don't know where your beds are coming from. You don't want to bank on string trades, and that 1 extra is for the shield. But if you're interested in going for the most up-to-date strats, then just 7 is good. Like a shield is unnecessary because we're trying to get fire res. Well, we're not trying to get fire res. It just so happens that fire res is really likely to drop when you trade, 9 gold blocks. And yeah, if your priority is bastions, then one of the main points of hypermodern is that you only get 4 beds and then you go. So these ruined villages are actually really good.
Yeah, it's true because you only need beds and food, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's all we
You
actually
don't need
want out
air.
of them. Yeah, we don't want
Yeah,
that golem. We probably want to just get a blast furnace.
Mm.
Yeah, I haven't figured out blast furnaces yet, but blast furnaces
So
are really good.
yeah, you need to coach me a bit about just generally hypermodern because I'm a bit confused about the general what's different from villages, for example.
It's a concept, so you can. It's just that you play hypermodern. So, because
Okay.
everyone was kind of playing the same way, where they were like ticking all the same boxes, but like really, it's that
Mm.
bastions are super important. You may as well not even play if you're trying to go for classic PBs or world records right now. Like getting another Corbinos
Mhm.
world is really difficult.
Yeah.
But Kuraway worlds just grow on trees. Like they're everywhere. Yeah, Winona I did. Well, I got it from chess, Winona. I got a lot of terms from chess. Which is
Mhm.
helpful as
Yeah,
well.
because that was like hyper modern. That seemed like a term I haven't heard before. But chess
Yeah,
makes sense. Makes sense.
for chess, it was a era where you skimp on your early game advantages.
Hmm.
Basically, in chess, you want to have like control of the board, but Hypermodern says, "Fuck
Yeah.
it, I don't want control of the middle of the board. I can win without it." So the idea is that, well, it's more of an era than anything, like or ERA. So
Hmm. Hmm.
it's a new way of playing the game where you don't need all of your beds at the start of the game. You don't need all of your food at the start of the game. You can get it all gradually, You don't need
Yeah. Yeah.
food entering the nether. It's entirely optional. So, also, people get like way too much food. I mean, in Village List, it's hard to get too much food, but like in Corbino's run, he got 63 bread and ate like 13.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
So it's also just paying attention to those kinds of things. Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
Because
you
like
look up. That's good.
at the beginning, I think I had like a stack of bread. Because
Yeah,
that so
that's what
dumb,
that's
so
what
dumb.
everyone does. Everyone was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
24 is a nice number of hay bales. I'm gonna get 24 hay bales and get a stack of bread."
Yeah. And you don't need 24 hay bales. It's so unnecessary, but still, like it's a okay. I just ignore that. Okay. Um, yeah. So I normally like a half a stack of bread or something, but now I just go for 8 bowls and dandelions, and then I go into the nether. And if I oh
Oh, just keep going.
okay, and if I find a roof forest, I'll obviously chop down like mushrooms, the 2 mushrooms. Um, because I like doing that because normally roof forests are close to the ocean as well. So
Yeah. I don't know if I'd get roofed forests mushrooms without. I think an iron axe. Let me check.
oh
Let me
really? It's not
see.
worth it without.
Iron axe. I think. If I go axe, mushroom, mushroom block. Iron axe. Yeah, if you have an iron axe or better, you can instantly break the ruined. I mean the roofed forest mushrooms, which is really good.
Hmm.
But um, you don't want to spend too much time planning for the
Yeah, because
future anymore. Like we used to just plan for the end of the game. You know, we're gonna have enough stuff until the end of the game. But the idea
mm,
of hypermodern is that you can play on a pretty small budget and beat the game. And the smaller your budget, the faster your time.
yeah, obviously. I just um notice a pattern where I don't have food in the Nether, and finding mushrooms, especially in spawning in like bad biomes, is just not possible. Um, so you just end up like losing sprint, or you can't run away from hoglins, and yeah. So I totally I get it, but it's also like a point where not preparing for it is stupid.
Yeah. Well,
Kind of like that.
that's just part of learning the new routes, though, is that
Mm-hmm.
buried treasure is like number one. If you can get a buried treasure effectively, then it's
Yeah,
really
because
good
food.
because yeah, you
Mm,
get cooked salmon, you get cooked cod, and it's also why gold carrots are really good. So one shipwreck, one ruined portal, and you've got just amazing amount of food. Plus you got
yeah,
like
yeah.
a flint and steel, some iron nuggets. You got all of your shipwreck loot. Like there's unconventional ways basically of getting food now.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
because another thing is
Like
like
the
there's
whole meme of
oh
hmm?
what yeah go on
The whole meme of eating gold, right?
yeah exactly.
I
But what that's
that was actually
based
funny.
on is that there's some really cheaty tempo gains that you can basically get.
Mm-hmm.
So you can get carrots out of a chest that you're basically going to open anyway. You can get gold out of a ruined portal that you were going to get anyway. You don't have
Mm-hmm.
to go off route for those at all. But in
And
a
also,
village, you have to go off to the side of the village to get hay bales. You have to go into all these little houses to get beds and everything. Like it's a lot of time wasted. But the idea of playing fast and hypermodern is that everything comes to you on its own as long as you like incorporate that all into your route plan. So
yeah.
if your shipwreck doesn't have food in it, you should start thinking about resetting already.
Oh,
Because
okay.
the main thing is that we just don't understand perfectly how to play yet. We don't know when to reset, when not to reset. A lot of people at the moment are
Mm.
entering the Nether at 8 minutes because we just don't know when to reset yet. Technically,
Yeah, I
you
saw.
can still PB entering the Nether at like 12 minutes. Or PB, I
Yeah,
mean
yeah.
sub 25. You can enter the Nether at like 10 mil 12 minutes. You can exit at
Jesus.
like 15, 18 minutes and get a sub
Yeah, 'cause it's
25.
all dependent on the locations of the two structures, right?
Yeah,
In the Nether.
exactly.
Because pearl trades are more or less guaranteed, right? So,
Yeah, the only
yeah,
real
like
RNG is the world and the blind travel location, like where we end up. But blind travel
yeah.
is awesome. Even when it misses, you can still sub 25 super easily.
Mm, mm.
If you're in a nether and there's no structure and you've got no food, just reset, Like there's not great justification for playing bad nethers. We
Yeah,
just
makes
do it at the
sense.
moment because we're not sure how to reset yet. But resetting
Yeah.
quickly is really good because
Yeah,
the
I
point of
read
resetting
in
is that we get rid of the bad worlds to get into good worlds.
yeah. No,
It's
I read on SAR that like world record contenders need to know when to reset to be able to have more viable seats, right?
yeah.
Um,
Some people are more involved into resetting than others.
yeah,
And it
makes
also
sense.
depends on how patient you are because resetting all the time is boring, but that's
Mm.
technically how you roll better
Content
worlds.
and all that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Um,
Mm. So do you have a different playstyle when you're not streaming?
I always play on stream just because I don't have much time in the day.
Ah, makes sense. Makes sense.
But I would, if I were only going for world record, I'd be resetting all the time.
Yeah.
But I'm also the other thing is that hypermodern is unoptimized right now. We don't know when to reset. People are
Mm.
playing worlds without a shipwreck at the moment. They're playing worlds without an ocean ruin, just hoping that they find a shipwreck. I'm pretty sure those are instant resets. If
Oh,
you
okay.
if you can't see a shipwreck or an ocean ruin or these kinds of iron sources off spawn, or if you can't see a lava pool in a villageless world, you should just
Hit the
reset.
reset.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's no point in
No,
playing every world, but ideally we do play every world because entering the Nether and checking that there's a bastion or fortress, it saves all of the time in the world. You know.
mm. But that's actually kind of interesting then, because then you're faced with the possibility of having like a sub 3 enter Nether, using hypermodern, and then Bastion and Nether Fortress right next to each other.
Yeah.
Uh, holy crap!
Well,
What do you think? Like realistically, what do you think that will end up as if you hit the blind travel?
I haven't routed it yet because I haven't seen what the best times are yet. But we can enter
Mm-hmm.
the Nether sub 130 and RSG. There's been a few people who have done it already. I've done it in a
Yeah.
provided seed, so I can't remember who it was. I think I played a jungle temple seed actually with a nearby lava pool. It had like 7 iron in the jungle temple.
Oh
I
wow.
entered it
Okay.
like 141,
Wow.
which is crazy. But we can enter sub
Jesus.
130, so we'll say 130 Nether entry. And then
Bastion 2 minutes
well 30 seconds to get
or
to the
150.
bastion, and then
Yeah.
yeah 2 minutes to get to the bash or to get through the bastion. So we're at 4 minutes looking for a fortress. We throw like
Mm-hmm.
if the fortress is right there, we throw one pearl. We've spent maybe 10 seconds getting to the fortress. Two
And then maybe
fortress, and then a sub
depending on
two
the
fortress split, and
depending on where the
then
fortress base spawner is, like 15 seconds maybe, depending on like if you're in the wrong section.
oh,
I don't know.
with
You
fire
haven't.
res, if we have a blaze bed as well, with stray blazes as
Yeah,
well,
yeah, yeah.
you should be able to sub two blaze split if you've got great luck. If we're looking at the hypothetical best run, for a hypermodern bastion into fortress, so we're up to about 4 minutes and 10 seconds. We'd maybe spend another 20 seconds going to the blind travel location. So we're at oh no, we're at 6:30. 6:10, and then we're at 6:30. Blind traveling. We'll be a minute away from the stronghold, including digging down. So we'll be entering the stronghold at 7:30. And
Jesus.
then obviously you can get a pretty fast end split of what 50 seconds or something, but we're probably looking at 2 minutes. But yeah,
Yeah,
if
yeah,
it's if
most
it's
likely.
we're looking at 10 minutes, sub 10 or 10 minutes or something.
Jesus, that's
But
crazy.
that's with mistakes, and that's with actually not perfect RNG and that kind of thing. Because you can exit a
Yeah, but
bastion faster, you can exit a fortress faster, you can exposed portal room, uh, blind travel faster, that kind of thing.
mm. So the categories can still be grinded like 1/3 down, basically. Is what I'm
Yeah,
hearing.
yeah.
Hmm.
I think the next world record will be sub 14, and I think it'll be within the next month.
Oh, really?
But
Okay,
I
nice.
I think the world record will probably be sub 12, and someone would have to be really good to get sub 10 or sub 11. But I think we're looking at 11 minutes something at some point. Someone will get really good
Jesus.
at fast nether entries, food conservation, and
Mm.
throwing pearls around and that kind of thing. And because the blind travels, really good blind travels, have already been seen.
Well,
Fyro blind traveled on top of the stronghold the other day.
oh, wow.
He was like
Jeez.
8 blocks away or something from the 4-4.
Really?
And people have blind traveled
Wow.
to the stronghold in the past, like straight up inside it.
Oh, really? Damn. That's even more impressive than Benex's, or like, is it though? But still, like finding the actual stronghold, just digging down.
Yeah. Well,
I feel like that's more impressive. But
we'd actually be more likely to blind travel to the stronghold than someone randomly digging down.
oh, really? Okay.
Because we try and blind travel from statistically more common places to where the fortress, the stronghold can be.
Mm. Mm. That is true. That is true. Um, do you have any tips for blind traveling in general, or
Use
just
the
listen to
calculator.
the almighty command?
Yeah,
Yeah, I have it
the
in my
command.
chat, the
Yeah.
blind travel one.
You can
But
wing
I
it a bit. Like if you need a tower or if you need a bridge into the middle of a lava pool, just throw the command again. Like get as close as you can to it and then do the command again. It'll probably tell you to do it right where you're standing. Because it doesn't
oh,
actually
okay.
it's not it doesn't tell you only certain coordinates. All it does is it opens up a circle,
Yeah.
and tells you, because there's a perfect circle. No, there's a circle where strongholds generate the most, right? Just
Yeah.
statistically.
Yeah.
Um, and it just tells you the closest part of the circle that you can get to from your current location. That's all the command does.
Okay. So on average, if that's the closest, then you actually want to get kind of like a few blocks further than what the coordinates are actually telling you, right?
No, it tells you
Because it's
exactly where you should be. It's just you
oh, okay.
can you can recalibrate it basically. Like if it's telling you to go somewhere stupid, just do the command again because it'll tell you to put it somewhere else instead.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, because I've done it like 4 or 5 times so far, and I've always had to travel like an extra. Well, what is a good blind travel? What are we talking about here? Like 600 blocks?
Top 5% is less than a minute away, so 300 blocks.
Mm-hmm.
But we've already seen top 0.05% quite a few times.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you see
Okay. So
the
then it's not
screen?
that bad then. Yes.
So this is all that the command does. So say that you're here, right?
Mm-hmm.
All the command does is tells you the closest part of the circle that you can get to. That's all it does.
Okay. Okay.
See, all of these are the best portal locations. This
Hmm.
circle. And all the command does is it takes your coordinates and tells you the closest part of the circle that you can get to. But
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
if it tells you to go over here, um, but you can't get there because there's a lava sea, just run sideways and it'll tell you to go over here, you know. All it does is
Yeah, that
tells
makes
you the
sense.
closest part of the circle.
Interesting. But
Also,
what
educated
about what
travel is
about?
more consistent, but you can only do it with time saves or not severely losing time if the blaze spawner is like right next to the home portal. Uh,
Yeah, makes sense.
Educated travel seems like a really good idea, and it seems like you're rolling less dice. But blind travel is so crazily accurate, and if you're looking for good times, you just may as well do it.
Yeah, it's true.
There's a
Especially if you're
trade-off
like
point.
out 200 blocks.
Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
trade-off point where going back to the home portal, um, throwing an eye, and then going back through the portal, and then running to a location. Sometimes that takes more time than just blind traveling, being 1,000 blocks away, and then running there, you know? So
Yeah, it
you
makes sense.
should
Because
blind travel in basically 99% of cases. You should be blind traveling, but in 1% of cases, you'll portal to the blaze spawner, and you may as well because you're going to be killing blazes as the last task you do in the nether, hopefully.
yeah, yeah. But
Um,
yeah, actually, is blaze killing always going to be the second priority?
yeah.
Because if you find an instant fortress, is it just a reset?
I try and look for a bastion. I tried to
Yeah,
find one the
that's
other
what I
day,
do
but
as
it was
well.
like so close. But yeah, that is the
So
idea, is that we find a bastion. If you enter really
yeah, because
quickly, you may as well play classically. You may as well try and get gold trades and just do it the old-fashioned way. But if you're
yeah,
looking for better times, finding a bastion and getting the blind travel is going to have better high roll chances. Or like
mm,
you're going to get far better times if you find a bastion than if you just did classic.
yeah, yeah.
And it's
Mm,
also going to be more consistent. Like there'll be the time waste in quotes of running away from the blaze spawner, but you'll pull back. That's the other thing. If you see a fortress, you've ran 150 blocks in one direction or 200 blocks, you see a fortress, go into a
yeah.
different region. If you can't see the bastion pretty quickly, you may as well reset. But if you do see a bastion, it was better for you to, or maybe it wasn't better, but the reason we do Bastion first isn't just because fire rares and all of these things. It's because
Hmm.
technically the distance is shorter if you squinted it between a Bastion and Fortress compared to a Fortress and a Bastion because of
Yeah, because you could
pearls.
pearl, right?
Yeah,
Mm,
it's far quicker to travel that way.
yeah, that's true. Mm.
But yeah, this part
Okay.
of the
Yeah.
VOD, I mean, you'd already had the iron for a shield and everything, but there's no point in mucking around with skeletons. They'll shoot you in the back and everything, but you've got so much food in this situation that you may as well march on. It'll actually boost you through the soul sand as well.
Mm-hmm.
But in general, messing around with mobs is a waste of time. And also Stone Axe durability is surprisingly short.
Yeah.
You'll more often wish that you had a spare Stone Axe than anything else.
Yeah. So,
Um,
like for example, making 2 pickaxes instead of 2 axes.
yeah, well, you should never have a situation where you needed a second pickaxe with the current meta of
Yeah.
trying to get an iron pickaxe in every single world. Um, but punching mobs is just as good as killing them. Well, it's actually just a lot better. Just punch it away, you know?
Yeah.
Um,
No, I'll do that. That
yeah,
makes
like with
sense.
wither skeletons and fortresses, you can, you know how on the exterior there's a little fence on the side of the fortress? You might have seen me do it in that squads run. If you just get on the
Mm-hmm.
same
Mm-hmm.
level as a wither skeleton, it'll stay on the same level as you, and then you can just uh, quickly go to the side of the wither skeleton and punch it off the side of the
Yeah, I
fortress.
saw you doing that. Yeah.
Yeah. Here you're trading. There's no point. There's you don't have a fortress or anything. You're thinking more about resetting than trading right now. Well, you should be, is what I mean. There's nothing these piglins could give you that would change the run in any good way.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
mean,
because
you've got
this
the
was
1 in
pre hyper
21
modern. Oh,
chance. Oh, yeah. You've got a 1 in 21 chance of getting pearls, and, you'll travel quicker that way. But if you're looking for reasons, what you need to do in speedrunning random seed is look for reasons to play the world in the first place.
okay. Yeah, makes sense.
When we load up a world, we're looking for a village or a shipwreck or these kinds of things, reasons to play the world, because resetting should basically be your priority. Eventually, like, you need to find god worlds, that's kind of the
Yeah.
deal of
Yeah.
random seed, is you find god worlds. You can obviously get good times on adequate worlds, and you don't actually know if it's a god world anymore until you get to the nether. But if you're going to enter the nether, you may as well be prepared to a certain extent, which is also the point of hypermodern, is like, we want to get into nethers as much as possible because we don't actually know if it's a god world until we get to the nether.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. That is true.
but we shouldn't just try and enter the nether and then figure it out then. I don't really like it. It's a last resort entering the nether without food, with
Mm-hmm.
dandelions or something, because getting mushrooms, you're pretty lucky if mushrooms are en route.
Yeah,
Um,
that's true.
But in
So,
general, like, it's pretty hard to get food. You should learn the Dowski Tower. This is one of the most important things, honestly.
yeah, that's
Dowski
the
Tower.
3 high tower with
4 high is the important
4
part.
high.
Yeah, because if
Okay.
you do it 3 high, they're gonna swim up and hit you.
Oh, yeah, okay. So I'm not thinking about because he uses lava, right?
Yeah,
I haven't seen, and I haven't actually seen it. So wait, let me see the clip.
I might as well pull it
See
up
here.
actually.
Ah, okay. Damn.
Yeah, he does it so quickly. I mean, he invented this. Obviously, he's going to be pretty fast at it. But this is the fastest food you've seen in your life. Like, this is
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Holy
He's got
crap.
he's got enough food until the end of the run. This is going to be one of the most important things. 10 pork chops is just like ridiculous, because you only need 13 bread to beat the game, and bread is pretty bad food.
Yeah, it's really bad.
So having 10 pork chops is just ridiculous. He had like suspicious stews and everything left over as well.
Jesus.
But yeah,
Yeah,
10.
that's overpowered. Holy crap. Okay.
Yeah. That's an important thing. Is I mean, we've already kind of went over it. Oh, there's your treasure room. Is that food is far less important than people think. It's nice to snack on it, here and there. It's like, oh, I wonder if I'm going to take damage here. I should eat, but it's not something to worry about. something people try and point out in my play is that I don't eat enough, but there's no point in eating, especially if you're going to reset in the next 10 seconds, you know? Resetting
Mm,
should, like, again, resetting should be one of your top priorities, and you need to find reasons to not reset. If there's no reason to not reset, you should just reset.
okay.
Optimism doesn't get you so far with these randomly generated seeds. Um, unless you're going for content, you know, if you've got a raid, you should probably play out worlds.
Yeah, yeah.
And if you think,
I
well, you know, there's an island there, I may as well check if there's a shipwreck behind it. There's no harm in it.
no, that's true.
But yeah, there'll never be a time where playing every single world will be good because there's just better worlds than some worlds.
Mm. But by the way, here, I haven't. I don't think I've watched T-Wag's video
Yeah.
before doing this. By the way, or have I?
No, you missed all of the
I think I
gold.
know the general. Yeah, yeah. I think I know the general way of going about it. Because I know where the chest is, right?
Yeah.
So I remember. No, what I think. No, what I think I watched Eric's tutorial or like general what he did. Um, but yeah,
Eric. Who's Eric?
yeah. Sorry, Minecraft Angel,
Oh,
because
does
he
he
was
have a
practicing for. Hmm?
Oh, does he have a Bastions video or what?
No, he doesn't have video. I was watching a stream and he
Ah,
like practiced for it for the tournament.
yeah.
Um, and yeah, I don't. Yeah, I went past so many. Like knowing about it now, like I think I went past like at least 4 goal blocks right there. Okay,
Oh, they were probably
and
like
I also,
6 or something
eh,
up the top that you
yeah, and I
missed.
also didn't go into the second one. I
Yeah.
think
This may as well
so. I
not be
was,
looked at, but
yeah, yeah, yeah. Now I think I was like, Where's the other one?" I know there's two, but I didn't know where those two were.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
I don't know if I'm lucky because I know I fast traveled.
yeah, you would have fast traveled with the 10 obsidian you've got, but
Yeah.
getting 10 obsidian in one chest is pretty lucky. But yeah, just watch the T-Wag videos. Just the speedrun route is the most important part, and then doing it yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, here you're
Mm-hmm.
going into
Mm-hmm.
the treasure room. It's already
Oh yeah,
over.
that's what I did. I went into the actual. Oh my god. Sorry, I'm just cringing at my past self.
Oh, Jesus. How'd you live there? That was crazy. You're one
Monka.
millisecond from getting one tap there.
I live on the edge. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. This should be like deleted. This VOD should be deleted.
Have you had any more recent? I assume not.
I'm sorry?
4 days
No,
ago.
this
Oh
is
yeah,
my this was my last stream, I think.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So I've been practicing a lot because honestly this is dumb. I don't want to play this. I don't want to do this way of playing anymore. Honestly.
Oh, my Minecraft
So,
crashed. That's good.
oh, nice, nice, nice.
Um, I should have. Did you enter the stronghold in that VOD?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Can you find that in the VOD, the timestamp? While I'm trying to load in game again.
Sure. Sure, sure. Let me see. Do. And I think it was really bad. I keep having like ravines and stuff into my strongholds.
Yeah.
Let me see where it is.
Strongholds is something that people really don't they don't think too much about. I mean, everyone practices the one cycle, but no one does the stronghold.
358, 58, 10.
Can you send
I
the?
think.
You should be able to do share, like share the VOD. It'll say like include timestamp or something.
Share.
Or like start at this time or
Shift
something.
to send to K4. There we go.
God damn it. This fucking thing is in the way.
Oh,
It's ridiculous. Okay, there we go. Sweet.
oh, you don't have the pictures on Discord, do you? Damn, that's strange.
Alright, triangulation. I'll go back on the triangulation actually.
Yeah,
Because
don't expect much.
there's a whole lot of different ideas you can do for triangulation. So people have been liking 8.8. It does take practice.
Yeah, what is 8? I saw it earlier today, and I was like, "What? 8 into 4 what?
Yeah.
Numbers?
Yeah.
I know 4 obviously, but 8 I haven't heard about that before.
I did it
is...
in that squads run actually.
Yeah, I saw that.
I
But
didn't
I still
believe
don't
in it
understand.
because I think I thought I had went off track a little bit, so I wasn't too certain about it. But you saw that I placed that soul sand. I was pretty confident that it was in that chunk, but I was like, well, I've got enough pearls. I may as well make sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, it does work really well, and I'm gonna start doing it more confidently. But what it is that when you throw an eye, it points somewhere, right? It points to some place in the world. And the specific place that it points to is it points to the center of the chunk of which the stronghold generated in. Hey, thanks for the gift sub, random web user. Did you click the wrong button?
Random.
Were you meant to sub yourself, random? Oh, it's why
Hey.
people do that.
I'm a dingle doofus. Okay, thank you, random. Love you too.
So the stronghold generates in a certain chunk, and the eyes know where that is. And the eyes point towards the very center of the chunk, which is between 7.7, 7.8, 8.8, and 8.7, because it's just between these 4 blocks at the center of the chunk. Because obviously a chunk is 16 blocks. There's not going to be a center block. There's going to be 4 blocks in the center.
Yeah, there is. Yeah, that's true.
That's a pretty long line. I don't mind it. You've got so much gravel, you may as well. But also, so that's the first major mistake, is that you threw the eye. You didn't look at the angle, for one thing, but you started moving around. That's one of the main theory things of 8.8. Can we join the server? Does that work? Is it up?
Yeah.
Oh, it's 116.2.
Oh, oops. Yep, it's 116.2. Sorry about that. Forgot to tell you.
I'd have to download that actually. I haven't even got that.
You don't have one? Oh,
no.
Yeah, why would you have 116.2?
Actually, I'll just load up a world and show you what 8.8 is.
Yeah, true.
Alright, that's showing on stream. Alright, so locate stronghold. God damn.
We can actually see what the stronghold looks like without going to the nether first.
Yeah. I've been up here a few times. This is what happens.
I haven't seen the surface, but
yeah, this is what happens when you.
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah, because if you fail the portal, right?
Yeah, the location. This is actually a bad location for showing 8.8. Let's go to PK4 3080 3000. This is how you can kind of practice 8.8ing as well.
Okay.
So you want to start. What the fuck? How is it also a spruce? God damn.
Damn. Wait, is it the same?
So you don't want trees for doing 8.8. You want a nice flat area, which is what your area was. Of course, it's an ocean exposed stronghold. Why wouldn't it be?
Why wouldn't it be?
6,000. An important thing of Ocean Strongholds, though, is that if you can't see the portal room exposed, you should still find the entrance. Probably, but we'll go into that soon. So this,
Wait, how can you 4-4 in that? Okay.
yeah, you wouldn't
Yeah.
4-4, but you would try and find the entrance because the eye technically points towards the entrance.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of doesn't, but it kind of does. Because it points to 8-8, but you should enter at 4-4, but 8-8 and 4-4 are both in the same chunk, so it doesn't matter that much. So you've seen chunk
Okay.
borders
Yeah, it makes
before,
sense.
right?
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
Yeah. So I throw this eye, and then where is it? Is it here? No, it's here. Okay. So you see it goes down, and the specific location that it generates between is...
So this chunk. Yeah.
Cotter. Give me a nice block. God, what is it stained? Is it painted? What do they call those bloody decorative blocks? Wool. Why not? We'll just do wool instead. Alright,
just do
so
wool.
here's
Glaze.
7 and here's 8. Great. Whoops, that's not how you meant to do this. So when you throw an eye, it goes between these, in the middle of those. And of course, down the middle of this is where the stronghold is.
Yeah.
What 4-4 is it's where the entrance staircase always generates.
It'll be a
and
negative, right?
The specific part of the staircase that it always generates, well, that 4-4 is the center of the staircase, which can be good for time saving, like, 2 seconds or something, but you do have to MLG or take fall damage.
Yes, I like to do like 3-4 or something.
Yeah, exactly. I tried to see if these generate with a bias so that maybe we could always, fall at the top, but it turns out that the staircase generates in any direction
It's
it
random.
wants to.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
So sometimes it's east, sometimes it's west, sometimes it's north or south.
Yeah, it's generally not falling through the center is probably the best.
Yeah.
I think I've heard someone dying because they fell through and into a ravine or something.
Oh, I look forward to someone dying, but it hasn't happened yet.
Of course you do.
I
want a clip. Yeah,
exactly.
Send it with our lols.
Yeah, that's one of my bets is that there'll be a clip of someone falling.
Where's the betting?
There really should be some kind of betting.
Yeah, there should. Make a channel, sir. Honestly, that would be lol.
Yeah. I don't know. I like falling down in 4-4. I don't mind it because it's time save. You just get down and you're ready to get into the action. You still end up taking fall damage on the staircases anyway, and it's actually harder to MLG on it because of the
slab.
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes you place it and it falls inside the slab, which is a smaller area to actually land in. So that's half a block of water instead of a full block of water. But that's just preference. So, alright, so the strategy of 8-8. The chunk borders are only good for demonstration. I would never use them in an actual run. People like to use it, but the strategy of 8-8, obviously the eye points down the middle of these 4 blocks. So sometimes it will say 7-7 or 8-7, 8-8, 7-8. What you're looking for is if I crouch walk over these at an angle, right now I'm at, 4-2, neither of the coordinates look very good, But as soon as I get close to these, it's like, oh, there's a 7, there's a 7, that's an 8, that's an 8. So you need to be scanning that chunk coordinate for when the numbers flash 7 and 8. It's like you're looking for. It's like flashing colors.
So when it's 7 or 8, you throw an eye. No,
you don't throw an eye. What I do in runs, what I did in that run, is I placed a block. So what you want to do is you'll throw your eye. May as well demonstrate it now. Is you'll throw an eye. You'll look perfectly at the angle. Don't move at all. So I'm at -54.6, and I'll think about that in my head. Don't move at all. Don't touch A or D. Don't even look around or anything. You're just gonna hold W,
Yeah.
and you may as well press jump as well.
So you go
And
towards the angle, and when it hits 7 or 8, you throw another eye, or
I was crouching for demonstration. No, you don't even throw
okay.
eyes. You can triangulate with one throw is the point. This is what we also
Right.
call it, one throwing.
But you need to make sure that you're actually close to the triangle, right?
Well,
First.
you've probably already got a good idea of how close it is. See there, it
Yeah.
flashed 7-7 and it flashes 8-8 as I'm running over those blocks. So it's like,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
dude, that's totally it. So I'm at negative 54.9. What I'm going to do is place a block at that spot, go negative 54.9 again. So I don't have to throw another eye. Well, what you'd kind of want to do is you'd look at the eye, you'd look down at that same angle, and then, all right, that looks like 8-8, and you'd kind of run in the same way. Maybe you'd place a couple more blocks. Maybe you saw me do that in the squads as well. So I placed like one soul sand, I placed one more block, and then I placed another block. Then you've kind of got the old classic method of triangulating, where you've got a line of blocks, you know? Like that's what you were doing
Yeah.
with the gravel in your run. And I'm pretty
Yeah, that's the
damn
classic
certain
one.
it's over there, you know. But in case I messed it up, maybe my angle was off, maybe my running was off or something.
So you don't need the rest of the line. You actually just need the 88, and then
Yeah.
more or less know. Okay. So
TPK.
that second soul sand in the squad run was just for insurance,
Yeah.
not actual.
Yeah, exactly. I was
Okay.
pretty damn certain that I had found it,
Have you
but
gotten an 88 without actually like insuring yourself that it's?
yeah, but not in important
Oh
runs
wow.
yet, but only because,
Damn.
you know, I shouldn't have looked at the ground there, but this is kind of bad terrain anyway. You'd be hesitant of doing it in this terrain. But yeah,
So you need to have a. You need to have a like a no grass or like no trees, no mountains. It needs to be flat.
well, it needs to be downhill because
Oh really?
if I so this would be bad if I threw the eye and it was that way. If I run into this, right, what's going to happen is I fell and then I walked into this block, which pushed me, and now your 8-8 isn't going to work at
Ah,
all.
now you're off angle. True,
Yeah.
true.
So it is really hard. Like probably I'm the only person who really cares about it, so I've
So
probably got the most
it's best for
experience.
like if it's best if the eye points towards a diagonal, right, or like an actual straight line,
Kind of, yeah.
um, towards the block.
So right now I threw an eye here, right? It's at
Mm-hmm.
negative 93.6. And this isn't really what you do in a real run. I mean, there's a hill here, but I'm looking at the chunk and you can see that the Z chunk is moving very slowly.
Yeah,
It's at
yeah, I see
14,
that.
13. This is great news because soon it's gonna say 8 or 7. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. And
Oh, there.
now it's probably between those, right? So let's place a wall
Yeah.
there. That was a pretty far distance. But you point, we go in here, and there's the 8-8, and it's right here.
Oh wow,
So
that's really
where's the
cool.
4-4? Yeah, Nerdy tries to do it a little bit. He got his first one yesterday. We're in the staircase.
Damn.
He got his first one yesterday in a run. I think it was a run. Maybe it was a reset run or something.
So this is for saving eye throws, right?
Yeah, and it also
Yeah. Okay.
saves time. Another time save we had for oh, what's up, Malad? Thanks for the raid, dude.
Hello, Mallard.
Hope you had a good stream. We're
Thank
doing
you for the raid.
some science and that kind of thing. Something else that we had
Science.
for throwing eyes is when you throw it, you have to wait for it to come down again, which takes a while. It depends how quickly you gain your angle again. But what you can actually do is run at it and like pillar up. It saves like a second, you know, but that's technically something you can do.
I mean,
But
yeah,
the point of that is that throwing eyes wastes time. Sometimes you'll see people, they're panicking, they're like, holy shit, this is such a good run. I need to make sure that I dig down in the right spot, you know.
Yeah.
And they waste, you know, 30 seconds. That's a
So
reason why exposed strongholds are really good in runs, and why you see so many good runs with it. It's because people don't panic throw eyes. They don't throw 3 eyes to make sure they're in the right spot. That kind of thing.
mm. So what I'm hearing is, or actually, when if you climb up, you lose your angle if you want to 8-8, right? So you need to throw another one then.
Oh, it was more for demonstration of there was a strategy where it wastes so much time throwing eyes that
Mm-hmm.
there was a strategy
Ah,
built
so it's not
around.
really viable in 8-8 then.
No, it's not viable at all. But the idea was
Ah,
that, throwing eyes is so
okay, yeah,
bad that
now I get it.
someone
Makes
invented
sense,
a
makes sense.
strategy to save time throwing eyes, even though it's something you do for like 10 seconds during a run or something. It's like there was actually a strategy that was made
That's kind of
around it.
fair enough. Everything needs to be optimized in the end, so makes sense.
Yeah. But with 8-8, well, the classic way, right, is that you throw an eye, you'd be like, shit, it's like this way.
Mm-hmm.
And you just kind of run randomly because you've got no idea where it is. And you make these crazy lines, you've got absolutely no idea where it
Mm-hmm.
is. This is kind of what you were doing. And then you kind of go at an angle. Some people don't even go at an angle. Really inexperienced runners, they just run along the same thing. And then they throw an eye, and it's like it goes back the exact same
Oh,
line.
it goes backwards again. What the hell?
And then, yeah, and then what they end up doing is going on a distance and then throwing one. And then finally, they're getting another line going. All right, we're
Yeah, then
trying to
I
get
throw several.
there.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
looks like it's not really working.
Yeah,
We have to
that
throw
reminds me
another eye.
of Blue Crystal's triangulation video.
Yeah, and now it looks like we
Yeah,
finally got there. We're throwing like 4 eyes, and it's looking real bad. We've wasted maybe a whole minute or something. People would
yeah.
often, before 4-4, people would just dig down here. I mean, what happens here? Maybe we hit stone bricks. We probably don't. Oh, we do hit stone bricks, but we don't know where the entrance
Goodbye,
is yet.
Mallet.
15 viewers at one point in stream today. Yeah, that'll happen. See you later, dude. Have a good one. But sometimes maybe we should go to the ocean exposed. Do we remember where that was?
3,000 maybe. I think. Don't quite remember which one you went to.
Oops. Here we go. All right. So people throw runs to ocean exposed strongholds just as much as they win runs to ocean exposed strongholds. Because sometimes what you'll see, this one's pretty nice and open. I can't actually see the portal room,
But you do
which
see the
is,
staircase though, so
yeah. So this is where people would start losing. Benix had one run where he entered the stronghold at like 14 minutes or 16 minutes
yeah, I
or
remember that.
something.
I remember that. I think I
Because
watched that.
he just wanted to get in the stronghold.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm pretty sure he understands that the portal room. Have I got this? I do. God, I'm good.
Commands are on point today. Jesus.
So, portal room is far more
Yeah,
likely
I
to
remember seeing
generate
the
near the
graph.
entrance. Yeah. So 75% of the time, it's within 8 rooms of the entrance. It's pretty unlikely for it to be anywhere else. But
How
yeah,
big can a stronghold be?
massive. They can be completely
Yeah.
ridiculous. um,
Minecraft. Yes.
so
Okay.
yeah, people will get excited. They're like, "Ocean exposed, great! I don't have to dig down. I can just get in there." So they're like, "Shit, let's just get in." They'll get in here. They'll break their block here. Anything looks as good as this, why not? And then, all right, let's
Yeah, why
try.
not?
Let's start finding it.
We might
Oh
find the
no, a
exposed
dead
stronghold
end, and
or like the
then
portal room.
yeah,
Damn.
exactly. Like no location here, other than of course the entrance, and anything near the entrance is a great location for the portal room right now. But people just randomly choose a random location, and then they spend 5 minutes running around the stronghold.
Yeah,
So
how long did Benix take to find the
he
portal room?
reset. He was in there for
Oh,
5 minutes.
really?
He was in there for 5 minutes and reset.
Jesus.
I did the same world without watching his VOD or anything. I just know that there was an exposed stronghold that he threw 5 minutes on for PB pads.
Oh wow.
And something that Nerdy was really surprised about when I told him is that if I see an ocean exposed stronghold and I don't see the portal room, I won't dig in at all. Digging in is the last thing I think about. I think about finding the entrance.
So you throw an eye to locate where the 8-8 is?
The entrance, yeah, not necessarily
Oh
the
yeah, the
8-8,
entrance.
but you need to find the entrance. It's the most important thing.
Mm-hmm.
The second most important thing after the portal room is the actual entrance itself. So even though you've
Yeah,
got
because you can
so
find
much stronghold, it's like, well, I'm just going to get in anywhere because it's better explained for other strongholds where they're more, encased underground.
Mm-hmm.
This one's pretty exposed. It's a miracle that the portal room isn't exposed right now, but
Where is Stronghold in Portal Room? I want to see. I'm kind of
yeah,
curious.
well, we're gonna find
How far away?
it.
Mm-hmm.
Finding the entrance, no matter what, is always the first thing you should do. Even if it's exposed, you shouldn't really dig into it.
Okay.
What's the next thing? So yeah, once you're in, it's always got this 5 exit room. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm sure you know to check walls in
Yeah.
these locations.
Yeah.
You only really need to do it at the entrance one. The other ones are far less likely to have little hidden rooms. And they're
Wait,
also
is it
far less
possible to have
likely.
hidden rooms? Is it?
It is. In these specific rooms, it is, yeah. And you can also find
Okay.
them in hallways, but it's very rare.
Oh wow, didn't know that.
But yeah, you're often going to find them in these, at the entrance, at these 5 exit
Yeah, I
rooms.
always check them before.
You can also find these 5 exit rooms generated elsewhere that have no correlation to the entrance at all. But you may as well not even check them.
Okay.
I mean, you could check them. One day there's going to be a portal behind it, but you may as well not even check other ones that aren't by the entrance.
Interesting.
So obviously 6 rooms. Have you seen what rooms are?
Sections or like different structures combined, right?
So it's on
Like
stream. So
mhm.
obviously this is a room and this is a room. It's pretty obvious.
Wait, still delay. Okay, yeah.
This is also a room. This counts as an entire room. So you could have 6 of these in a row and then the portal room.
Yeah.
Same with this.
Okay.
This is a room as well. These are all rooms. This is a dead end.
So there could be like a long corridor and just a portal room.
Yeah, which does happen. And
Yeah, I think I
so
saw one yesterday.
something
on
that people
RSG.
get tripped up on is that a hallway doesn't really feel like a room, but for Stronghold's intentions, it is.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure staircases aren't rooms, but they could be. So here we've got a turn. Looks like the portal room's probably down there. I'm pretty confident the portal room is right there, actually. But anyway,
Oh, really?
this is one room. We got another room here. It's all self-explanatory.
Yep.
Say, for example, you messed up or something. Maybe you don't want to throw any more eyes. You just have to dig into it, you know? So you're like, this place, I just need to get into the stronghold.
Mm-hmm.
So there's another thing that you can do. Instead of doing 8-8, not 8-8. Instead of doing 4-4 to get to the entrance, there's a doorway strategy that you can do.
Mm.
So this doorway, see how it's inside of the wall? This means that it's heading towards the entrance.
Oh, okay. Damn. So
This is heading towards the
so
entrance.
you can backtrack by finding doors that are on the opposite side of you, basically,
Yeah, so this
like
is
on the other side.
this is a perfect location for it, right?
So I saw that the right one didn't have the opposite, so it's not towards the
Yeah.
entrance then.
So this one,
Mm.
this is where the library was. Since it's
Mm-hmm.
flush with the wall, like the door is perfectly flat with the wall, that means
Yeah.
that this is heading away from the entrance. This is flat with the wall, it's flush, so it's heading away from the entrance.
Yeah. So you want to go left now.
Yeah, so this is not flush. This is dug into the wall, which means that it's heading towards the entrance, which is what we're looking for. And again, this is
Damn.
obviously,
It's gonna be really helpful if I dig into the wrong part of the stronghold or something.
yeah. So this is dug into the wall, which means it's heading towards. And we go up, and obviously here's the entrance right now.
Mm.
And you can tell the entrance, this is the entrance as well, obviously, because all of these doors are heading away. Well, they're all flush, which means they're heading away.
Yeah. Damn.
So this kind of looks like maybe one. Yeah, I think this is one room. Yeah, because that's 3 blocks and that's 3 blocks. The 7th in
Is
the
it one
middle.
room is 3 blocks?
Oh, it's 7. I think the hallway is 7, is it?
Okay, okay.
Is the hallway 7 blocks or is it 5? It's 5 blocks. Oh, a hallway is 5 blocks. Okay, that actually makes more sense. So this is one room. This grass. I can't remember or can't even confirm that this staircase is a room or not, but looks like the staircase ends here. I've
So
actually got
more or
some
less,
kind
when
of
you've
thing.
counted 7 or 8 rooms in your head, it's go back
Yeah.
basically.
Once you're at like 9 rooms, it's like just turn around.
Yeah. Because you do get a sense of like generally like, oh, I went way too far now.
Yeah.
There's no point in going into that room, for example. Okay, it's delay, but you went into the iron one, the iron door one. That's like you could also just like look through the wall and through the door itself. Just like, no, that's not gonna work. Hmm.
So yeah, not flush. It's heading towards the entrance. Because sometimes even while doing a stronghold, you actually forget which way the entrance was because strongholds are mazes, you know.
Mm-hmm. So you can just look at the door and then
Yeah.
backtrack.
What is the deal here? How did I really skip something? I don't think I did. There's so much more stronghold. Oh, you have to go through
The
here and
ravine.
then through here.
Yeah. That's why I hate strongholds like that. It's like
This is looking like a really big stronghold. It's also looking like the portal room might be further than. Oh no, there it is. So let's just for fun. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so that's one room. Actually, this whole jail room is one room.
oh really? Okay.
This whole jail is one room.
So
Staircase, I'm not sure. We've got an intersection here, so that's one room. Another intersection, one room, one room, one room, one room. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So even though this portal room was pretty far away, it's just because the rooms were quite large. Obviously, a room can be a 5-block long hallway, but in this case, one of the rooms was a jail, another was like this crazy intersection. This is a corner.
and we also don't know if the staircases are rooms. I presume
Yeah.
they would be because they're like their own structure, like their own section, right?
Well, the
Makes
thing is
sense.
that doors, like these archways and everything, these are separate to the actual rooms. They generate by themselves.
Oh.
So it's random whether or not it's an iron door or a wood door or open like this. This one happened to be open. Sometimes they can be completely open. It's also random whether or not it's these iron
Like
bars.
is that why there's sometimes not any buttons for like iron doors?
I'm not sure why that
Because
is, but that might be the
maybe the
case.
game thought it was a wooden door and didn't need a button. I don't know. Could also be just the developers not liking us.
Yeah. Maybe the stronghold isn't as big as I thought it was. No, it's actually quite a small stronghold.
Yeah.
Oh no, where did this come from? Where the hell is this
Honestly, the
connecting?
more dead ends, the better the stronghold, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Because you can just process them in elimination, right? So.
Oh, I missed this iron door. That's where the rest of the stronghold is. Isn't that crazy? So, the entrance was up here.
Mm-hmm.
We go down. If you go left, you go straight to the portal room or a bunch of dead ends. But if you go right, like, the entire
We'll
rest
just
of the
end up in a
stronghold
maze.
is here. Like, all of the rest of the
But you also
stronghold
know
is
that
all connected to that. It's crazy.
if you went to the right, you know you're at a dead end because there's way too many rooms.
Jesus, look how far this is generated.
Holy crap!
And none of
What
it
the
means
hell?
anything. The portal room is
No.
basically 12i luck of generating all the way over here. Because it technically can be further than the chart says, but it's just always going to
Jesus.
be within like 6, 7, 8 rooms.
Someone should do that. Like the tallest cactus. Nah. Like furthest portal room and anti speedrunner stuff. Jesus. Holy crap.
So we can kind of estimate it, right? So I'm not sure. Actually, this probably does count as one room. Yeah, it probably does. So we're at the entrance, right? We're at the 5-way entrance. So
Mm-hmm.
this is one room, 2, 3. And now we just try and remember that this is the third room. We go down here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You may as well turn around. I mean, it looks like you could probably check this door, but the chance of it being any further than this is just very, very unlikely. So this is
Yeah.
where you'd start turning around. You may as well try and do this block thing, counting hallways. I mean, counting rooms.
I mean, it makes sense.
So what was
Or
that?
at least have like a mental chart. But then you would need to like know more about what is a room and what is not a room, right?
6. So this is 7, 8, 9. So we're at 9 and we're at a 4-way. You may as well turn around. There's very little point in checking any of these
Mm.
just because of
That's a good practice to
statistics.
have. So you won't end up as Benix. But then again, he didn't find the entrance, so he didn't really know how far away he was.
Right. We might have found the entrance, but
That's true. That's true. Did he find the entrance?
I don't know. I didn't watch it. All I know is he spent 5 minutes. And it happens to everyone. It happens to everyone who doesn't know
Yeah.
the entrance rule. It happens to people who don't know the door rule. Yeah.
Hmm.
I think there was one other thing. I don't know. But throwing eyes, I see a lot of people, they maybe they're sprinting and then they stop and they throw an eye, but you see that eyes have delay from the player when you throw it.
Yeah.
So you can't actually get the angle at all. You need to stop and like stay completely still for a full second and then you can throw it.
Oh, really? Okay. I didn't. I mean, I knew about the delay, but I didn't really like empathize the importance of angle. But yeah, that's true.
So
Especially doing H.
yeah. I found the
Yeah.
8-8 from that distance. Obviously I used creative to fly, but here's the 8-8 and then
Damn.
of course the 4-4 and there it is. So 8-8, technically you can actually 8-8 all the way from spawn, technically.
But will the entrance chunk always be 8-8? No, I mean, I'm sorry. Well, how will you know if the 8-8 block you're going over is the entrance at all?
Exactly. Yeah, so that's why you place a block and then think about how certain you are that it's exactly there.
Mm,
And another thing
true.
is, I'm on 7-7. I'll try and get on the edge of the blocks. All right, so if I throw this eye, I'm already at 7-7.
Yeah.
Now it's at, we're still at 7. We're actually not moving off the X7 at all on the chunk. So it still doesn't look like the stronghold's there. Oh, there it is, 8. All right, let's back it up. Maybe the stronghold's here, and you throw another eye. Something you need to do is the second eye or the third eye or that kind of thing that you throw always needs to be on a different angle.
Yeah.
Is this going to send
Because
me a
you'll
good
just backtrack if
place?
you don't take another angle.
Yeah, exactly. So if
Mm.
I line up perfectly with these blocks, I'm never going to find that this is 8-8 because the numbers just aren't going to change enough. I'm still not at the 8. Oh, there's the 8.
So you want to be
Yeah.
going in a diagonal then, and not a straight line.
So once you get to K4 1400 0, once you get to the stronghold ring, right?
Mm-hmm.
You kind of want to throw one more eye, or you want to throw one eye. I mean, and then you want to go at an angle and throw another eye, and then
Mm-hmm.
what you'll learn just as like talent or whatever, what you'll learn is what the angle changes correlate into distance.
Okay.
So it'll say like if I throw one now, it says, what does it say? It says 163.4. If I go to at a big angle here, oh, I'm going all the way away from that angle, but I remember 163.4. If I throw another, I'm at 159.0, which is a pretty small change in angle considering how far I went.
Mm-hmm.
You'll get better at that in time, but
Because I remember the Scotch thing earlier where you knew the distance away from the stronghold based on 2 angles. Or it makes sense
yeah,
why you would know that,
yeah, I
but
estimated it, yeah.
yeah. And there it is. Oh, 12. Wow, okay. Wow, damn. Okay. What? RSG?
um, I don't know. There's plenty more that we probably go over, but if you get a PB, I'll watch it again, and we'll do another one of these. Try and get a PB.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Sure. I would love some critique. I'll probably do just continue doing hypermodern and ocean strats. Feel like you just gotta practice that in Nether. Honestly, have more like exit Nether runs.
Yeah.
That's my problem right now.
Well, they can help, but they're not so necessary. But yeah, the main
That's
thing
true.
is you wanna reset when you can. And a big thing in Minecraft speedrunning is overlapping tasks. So if you can do 2
Mhm.
things or 3 things at the same time, you should. So like smelting iron, kill animals, and get wood at the same time.
Yeah,
If you're
yeah,
trading with piglins, obviously you'd rather be trading with piglins while killing blazes or that kind of thing.
yeah. Makes sense.
That's one of the biggest time saves that you can kind of get is overlapping tasks, and it's something unique to
Yeah,
Minecraft. There's not many other
it's
games where
actually
you can do multiple tasks at the same time.
I've been getting better at them, but it's always like a practice when getting new strats incorporated.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, it's true, true.
yeah. Be
Like
more
looking for
picky with worlds. Um, Reset more often. If you have no reason to play a world, reset it. Like if you've got no food in the nether, it means that your overworld was bad, or that you banked on mushrooms and didn't get them. You just reset. It's no big deal.
mm.
Um,
Because like I don't like resetting before the Nether
right.
because I'm always like, what could be a bastion?
Yeah, but if it's
But again, if
impossible
you
to
don't
get
have
to the
food,
nether, yeah, exactly. You can enter the nether as much as you want, but if you've got no food, you're gonna die of starvation or something. Sometimes worlds just don't enable you to do certain things. But yeah,
mm,
there's a lot of different ways of getting food. and you just need to do those things, obviously. So getting carrots from a shipwreck and then getting gold, making gold carrots sustains you until you get mushrooms or a Hoglin Tower or something.
Yeah, I'll probably do Dusky Tower thing.
Yeah, it
A
is
lot more because
really, really
generally, if you have
good.
a Crimson Forest,
If you want a sub 20 as well, monuments are overpowered.
yeah, I need to practice monuments honestly. Is it, if I got it right, is it 2 buckets or 1 bucket? I mean, I know you could do bucket lists, but
It
still.
depends. It's how much you want to risk. It's all dependent on the world. If you've got a cow, then it depends how much iron you've got. If you don't have a cow, you're just going to do milkless and then reset.
Yeah.
But
So
generally, you
you want to
shouldn't
be
really
doing
do
monuments.
milkless. No, not really. You'd rather have a Bastion Fortress world. Sometimes
Yeah, no. What I meant is, if you see a monument, you want to go for it.
it depends. Um,
Okay.
you shouldn't do monuments if you're trying to get sub 15
Mm-hmm.
because it's less consistent to get the obsidian.
Mm,
For blind
true.
travel, because blind travel is basically the name of the game right now. We're trying to enter the nether in
Well,
every world, but we're also trying to blind travel in every world.
but based on my current PB, it's not worth not going for monuments.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
it's dependent on cows. If you don't have a cow, don't do milk class. Just play a regular run. Enter the nether.
Okay. Okay.
But if there's a cow off spawn and you've got a shipwreck right there, like put the cow in a boat, get the shipwreck, get your milk, and then go to the monument. And
Mm,
you can do it in one, you can do it in two. I got triple donged today, which was crazy. It's the first time I've ever seen anyone
damn.
get triple donged. And I've been watching a lot of monument runs, and it's the first person I've ever seen it happen to. But you can milk class. It has like a 20% success rate,
Jesus.
which is better than I don't know. If
Okay,
a
so we,
world is
yeah,
going badly and I see a monument, I'm like, fuck it, I'm just gonna monument this run. But the better, more quality strategy is to enter the nether in less than 3 minutes, and hope
yeah.
for a
But like,
bastion and then a fortress.
if you get 2 monuments, you don't really need a bastion, then, do you? You just want to get like a Crimson Forest or something.
Yeah. If you're
Mm,
gonna be doing monuments, you need ruined portals. You're just not gonna get blind travel very often.
yeah.
Without ruined portals. You do get the gold blocks, but more importantly, you get the obsidian out of the ruined portal chest. It also gives you
But I mean,
food
like,
sometimes.
getting 16 gold blocks is enough for blind travel, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty reliable.
Yeah. Okay. Dave did a monument in 35 seconds today. What?
Yeah, they get real damn quick.
Damn.
Elder Guardians, they try and dong you every 60 seconds. It's based on their mob
Mm-hmm.
ID, the certain tick that they'll do it on, but
Mm-hmm.
every 60 seconds they try. So if you obviously you're trying to do a monument as fast as possible, but the longer you stay on a monument, the more likely you are to have to reset. So you really need
Okay.
to practice getting in and out as fast as possible because any messing around
What is the
means that you're probably going to
radius we're
reset
talking about here?
50 blocks from the
50
Audio
blocks.
Guardians.
Okay. Okay, makes sense. So it's just basically RNG based on the tick rate of the tick timer on the other Guardian.
Yeah,
Hmm.
more or less.
Damn. But
Alright.
then again, if you do get donged, it's just a reset.
Yeah, it's harmless, but you should not be doing monument runs because you're going to reset more monument runs than you are ocean runs. We're getting into the
Okay.
nether. Only do monuments if the circumstances are excellent, like you've got a cow. A lot of us are
Yeah.
doing monument runs for fun because it is fun, but if we're trying to play optimally, um, monuments are bad. Like I want a monument sub 20 so that I can never enter a monument for the rest of my life.
Yeah, I think you remember telling me, or you told that on stream earlier.
Yeah,
Makes sense.
yeah.
Just get rid
Because
of
they're
those
not
traps, honestly.
actually as good as bastions. It is a bastion
Yeah.
on a budget, but we're trying to get obsidian, and there's no obsidian chests in a monument.
Mm, mm. Hmm. Okay, good to know the priorities, like what I need to go for if I can. Okay.
Yeah, I gotta go.
Yeah,
Though.
like
It's super late.
yeah, no worries. It was fun. Thank you for teaching me and everything, and hope to do it again. Obviously. Damn, almost midnight.
Yeah.
But yeah,
All right.
then I'll talk to you later. Then, Kiefer. Thank you for today.
Yeah, if you get a
For,
PB, let me know about it. I'll probably find
yeah,
out
I'll
somehow, but
I'll ping everyone. No, I'm just joking. I won't ping anyone. Yeah. See you. See you, chat. Goodbye. Have a good one.
see you later, dude.
Bye.